who is Christine and the Queens, is on the show now. How are you?
I'm good. I enjoyed every second of that song.
Oh my God, so did I. Having you in here and your band as well, singing and dancing along to that was something extraordinary.
Such a great song.
Isn't it just? Well, I mean, we were going to play Michael Jackson because I know you love him so much, but trying to choose one track is just impossible.
Such an amazing repertoire. You're like, which great song should I use? But
yeah, and which mood, I guess.
Yeah,
there were so many, aren't there, for different feelings.
Exactly.
When did you first discover Michael Jackson?
I did actually received literally Michael Jackson in the face when I was 3 years old, because I went to Disneyland, and at some point there was this huge movie in 3D that was on screens at that moment.
Yeah.
And this was actually my first real, I mean, it wasn't real, but my first encounter with Michael Jackson. He was just like in 3D dancing and singing, and I remember being like totally overwhelmed by how beautiful, wonderful and sexual that was to me. I mean, it felt like a sexual awakening of some sorts as well. So since then, I'm kind of obsessed with him.
So genuinely, you just followed him all the while. And your family, what kind of music were they into?
They were listening to lots of great music, actually. I think thanks to my parents, I discovered some really amazing artists like Klaus Nomi, Joe Jackson.
Joe Jackson?
Yeah, Joe Jackson.
Gosh, I would never have expected you to say Joe Jackson.
But I love Joe Jackson, like the album Night and Days.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
Oh, it is amazing. I love
it. I kind of like how incredibly musical this is, kind of witty as well. And, a song like Real Men is an amazing song, and Stepping Out is amazing as well. But, my parents had kind of, surprising CDs like that, and they could listen to classical music as well, and contemporary music like Gavin Bryars or Philip Glass or Steve Reich. So it's kind of, I was surrounded with great music to pick.
Yeah, and so when it came to picking up an instrument yourself or to sing, when did that happen?
I kind of, I had piano lessons quite early on, but I didn't really like that.
Well, who does, to be honest with you?
I felt like I was not really a good of a musician, and the singing part, that's probably something I should tell to a shrink. But before this project actually started, I didn't want to sing because I was certain my voice was terrible, and I didn't like the idea of singing. Interestingly enough, this is now my job.
Yeah.
But I think there was something really intimate that kind of, revolts to me at some point. It's kind of really, you're kind of exposed and bare when you sing, and I think I was afraid of that precisely. And I think when I decided to have Christine as a stage character, it was all about being bare and vulnerable, but stronger like that, and I think this is why the singing came naturally at that moment.
There are so many dilemmas in everything that you're talking about and everything that you're saying. The fact that you were quite shy and quite awkward as a child.
Still
now. Yeah, I can tell.
But I do have the stage now, so that's okay.
Yeah, and then you're an artist, so you're out there, you're singing and you're dancing, you're performing, and it's the words and it's everything of yourself you're having to put out there to other people. And the way that you do that is by creating this character. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, and I think it's not that much that I'm not someone else on stage. It's still me. It's my obsessions and the people I love and the desire I have. But it's just for some reason, for me, it's working on stage. When I'm on stage, I become like an animal. I stop thinking in a way, and I'm like more into everything that's present. And I kind of become this more daring version of myself. And in everyday's life, I'm shrinking back. But I don't know why it happened like that for me. I always felt the stage, I kind of belonged on that stage rectangle where everything can happen. I think you get to decide everything on the stage, and that's really beautiful to me. You can say whatever you want, and you become that thing because people decide to believe you because of that space. And I think it's kind of fascinating to me.
Did you have to learn the craft though? I'd imagine when you did first gigs that you were awkward and it didn't come naturally, and you did have to work out how you were going to be.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward, but I think I was totally emphasizing that. I think at first I come from a theatre background, so I did some things on stage already, and I was really into performers that could rely on awkward feelings like Andy Kaufman. So I kind of, made it even more awkward at first when I did my first gig, because my computer was not working, because I was just fiddling around with it and learning, and every time
so you put yourself through that, because
every time the computer was not working, I was
mad.
like staring at the audience like that with silence, and I think I was kind of fearless on stage, and I discovered that nothing could really happen to me, and I kind of owned the thing. So I was kind of experimenting with the limits of it. And no one were actually yelling at me to stop. So that was kind of,
I guess they were entranced. They were wondering what on earth was going to happen next and how you were going to deal with it.
They were like, what is even happening? Let the kid do her thing. Let's see what happens. I think it was more like that, yeah.
Okay, we'll chat a lot more. Are you okay to sing for us now? Are you going to perform for us?
I think I am.
Okay, what will you do first?
I think I'm going to do Tilted.
Tilted. Okay, thank you very much indeed. Right, Heloise will just get herself up and ready to go.
Die away before Methuselah, so I'll fight sleep with ammonia. And every morning we fight so red, I'll miss them for the tears they shed. But I'm actually good, can't help it if we're tilted. I am actually good, can't help it if I am actually good, can't help it if we're tilted. I am actually good, can't help it if we're tilted. Just say out loud, just say out loud, just say out loud. I miss prophecies and mended souls, trample of a beauty while singing their thoughts. I match them with my euphoria when they said je suis plus folle que toi. But I'm actually good, can't help it if we're tilted. I am actually good, can't help it if I am actually good, can't help it if we're tilted. I am actually good, can't help it if we're tilted. Nous et la manne, on est de sortie. Pire qu'une simple moitié, on compte à demi-demi. Pile sur un des bas-côtés comme des origamis. Le bras tendu paraît cassé, tout n'est qu'épié et cli. Ces enfants bizarres, crachés dehors comme par hasard, cachant l'effort dans le griffoir. Et une creepy song en étendard qui fait I'm doing my face with a magic marker. Yes I am, I'm in my right place. Don't be a donor. I'm doing my face with a magic marker, and I'm in my right place. Yeah, I'm actually good, can't help it if we're tilted. I'm actually good, can't help it if I'm actually good, can't help it if we're tilted. I'm good, yeah, I'm good, yeah. Aren't we all? Twisted, 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 twisted. Hey, hey.
Christine and the Queens live on BBC Radio 2 in session, and that was Tilted from the album Chaleur Humaine. That was wonderful, thank you.
Oh, thanks.
I had a week in France towards the end of the holidays and did that whole thing that English people do. You go to France and you speak your very best French to people, and then they speak back to you in English, and it's just the most humiliating thing in the world. So I try and put a bit of a nice accent when I say your things.
I was about to say that your accent is really good on Chaleur Humaine. Really well done.
Well, thank you very much. Talking about the whole thing about finding social interaction kind of a little bit difficult. That probably stems back from when you were at school. You had quite a hard time, didn't you, from people being mean and horrible to you?
Well, yeah, that happens to some kids. I was a bit bullied, but then again, I did escape it slightly because of two things. First, the sense of humor kind of became handy quite quickly, and second of all, I was kind of writing all the time, so I think the queens of high school was just asking me to help them write love letters.
Oh,
so
that's
that was
clever.
Kind of okay. I kind of did, my way through like that, but yeah, it was not the best of times.
No. And then when there is the story that everyone talks about when you came to London, and you spoke to some drag queens who were, was it Madame Jojo's?
Yes.
Somewhere in Soho, right?
Exactly.
And I just found that really interesting, because it was obviously just one of those moments when everything collides, and it's like one night when things happen, you have conversations, and then that changes the course of your life. Is that fair to say?
Totally fair to say. Almost seems sometimes unreal to me to talk about it now, especially in London now, to be in radio shows and talk about that thing that happened to me not far away, because it was kind of, I was searching for something to happen to me, and it felt like I was entering a novel, a proper one, because I met those drag queens one night and I spent like 2 weeks tops with them, but it was like really this important part of my life where everything kind of clicked, and I kind of made sense of everything that happened to me. And I think it was the moment in my life where I actually decided to stop, to start taking control again. I think I was like, if I feel unhappy like that, I should try to, have a character to feel better. Like I should.
So the situation you were in, you were all at sea, like artistically, creatively. You didn't know what to do with your music, and or was it personal?
Well, music was not in my life yet at that point.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I never wrote a song before, and I think just after the drag queens helped me, I started to write songs, and yet I discovered this new language. But before that, I kind of didn't know what to do anymore, and I knew I had to be on the stage as well, so it was kind of, suffocating, because I felt like I had to be an artist. I don't like to say that because it sounds a bit cheesy, but and I didn't know how. And when I discovered this pop song format, I was like, that's it. That's the way I'm going to talk to people now. And to me, writing a song is like talking to you. It's me trying to relate to you in a way.
So how did you learn from them? What did they say? Because it's not a lasting relationship that you still see them now. It was just was that moment in time. What were you observing, or what did they say?
I mean, it was kind of tough love. They kind of literally fed me with ideas and food. I was kind of in a bad shape, so they just took care of me. They nurtured me, and they just said really simple things. I think I was too much in my head at some point, and they just cleared everything. They were like, well, if you don't like theater but you want to be on stage, do something else on stage. What do you do? What do you know? Do you know how to do something else? Do you know how to sing? And I was like, no, not really. Well, try. Okay, sing it louder. Yeah, you know how to sing. So now, it was kind of
just like straight talking, get your act together.
Like.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that's so good. Glastonbury is probably the last time I saw you. I think you came and performed, did an acoustic set there. I saw you perform on the other stage.
Yeah.
How was Glastonbury for you? Did you get to have fun when you were there?
I had fun. Yeah, it was kind of epic. Was it? I think I was expecting it to be epic because everyone told me, Glastonbury, you're going to embrace everything that goes along with it, including the rain, the mud, the craziness. And it was indeed really kind of special. I think I was kind of moved to play at Glastonbury as well because, it kind of felt like a milestone for me. It was this huge, thing to do. And I was dripping with energy because of that. And the audience were really into it right away as well, so I think I was just lifted because of their energy.
It was a bizarre morning, I remember that, and the weather was quite extraordinary as well. It just all seemed to be this perfect storm, I think, when people came to see you, and it's one of those performances that people talk about for a long time. Did you go and play though? Did you go see the Stone Circle? Did you hang out with people? Or I bet you were just whisked off and had to work somewhere.
Unfortunately, no. That's
kind of when that happens.
I will go back in Glastonbury with wellies and enjoy the proper thing as an audience.
I hope you go back in flip-flops, although I can't imagine you ever wearing flip-flops, to be honest with you. I read that you dressed up as Marie Antoinette at one point in your life.
I did. You know, we all do fashion
Not everybody
mistakes
does
when we
Marie
were young.
Antoinette.
But fashion mistakes we all do, right? I mean, I hope, because I did that, and that was a mistake. But I think mistakes are important because you have to to try before you find the right thing. And that was kind of, you know, a statement look, but not the right one.
And then you discovered Katharine Hepburn.
Yes, and I was like, that's maybe more my thing, you know. Yeah.
I saw the Philadelphia Story, which if people listening now haven't seen the Philadelphia Story, it's just a fantastic film. And every single shot of Katharine Hepburn in that film, she looks like some extraordinary fashion goddess. So cool, ridiculous. When it was on, I was taking photographs of the screen because her looks were so fantastic.
Screening everything like, oh my.
Yeah. That's a good look. And I can see now, you know, see what you're wearing, and I can see where that came from.
Yeah, I'm trying to copy her.
You're channeling Katharine Hepburn.
I'm trying.
Okay, can we have another track from you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, right. So Heloise rather, is sitting down talking to me, and then she has to put her earpieces in and stand up and get to the microphone in order to perform. And it's very intimate. This is quite a bizarre setup for you, I do know that. So if you're ready, here we go.
Softly speaking, your words a constant babbling stream. Come from nowhere, where? Come from nowhere, where? Your eyelids paint chalk, shimmering haze just as you talk. Are you sinking, king? Are you sinking, king? I see that your left arm is ink-stained, and since you're sleeveless, your winged lion gives a sly wink. Does he know my loneliness? And then I steal a glimpse of your face as you turn the other way. Now I'll play your ghost as my ace whenever I'm led astray. Here's my station. Here's my station. But if you say just one word, I stay with you. Here's my station. Here's my station. But if you say just one word, I stay with you. Such an attitude, impatient, gloriously rude. Are you for real? You're not for real. Every breath you take is a violent strain that breaks through the curse. Sing. Through the curse, sing. No, before you I had nothing but a handful of substance. And this town is dead, my darling. You're the one that reinvents my lips till I say a prayer. Long live the fool, kill the king. I am offered newborn anger, and storm will hear us sing. Here's my station. Here's my station. But if you say just one word, I stay with you. Here's my station. Here's my station. But if you say just one word, I stay with you. Hey. Pour que l'orage s'annonce. Pour que l'orage s'annonce. Pour que l'orage s'annonce. Pour que l'orage s'annonce. We are so lonely in this part of town. Pour que l'orage say we are so lonely. We are lonely.
Oh, this is fantastic. Thank you. St. Claude from Christine and the Queens. Heloise, sit down, take a rest
Sitting down again.
Your hair's getting more and more ruffled as this evening's going on.
My cheeks are red as we speak.
You were saying that you blush as well when you're performing.
I do. Well, the shy person never leaves, right?
I know, absolutely. It doesn't. It doesn't. How's your summer been?
Quite good. I mean, I had some gigs, but I mainly tried to stay at home and write new songs.
Yeah, because
Yes.
when did you write this album that we currently know?
I actually did write it 4 years ago.
Wow. So it must be strange to still be talking about it and performing all the songs.
You know what? Oddly enough, and I think it's kind of moving, I don't really get tired of it, and I still can relate to it. I think I chose really carefully the 11 songs of this album because I still wanted to be able to mean them in a few years later, and it actually still works on me.
Because you seem quite emotionally caught up with the songs when you're singing them.
Yeah, I think it's something really personal and really intimate for me. I mean, I'm writing everything, so I'm behind everything, so it's kind of me still pouring my heart out to you every time.
And so the new songs that you're writing at the moment, what are you consumed with at the moment? You have many stories still to tell, I presume.
Yes, and I think it's really interesting because it's a kind of a different vibe as well. It's still me, but it's a bit tougher. It's a bit darker as well. And I think Chaleur Humaine is really melancholic, I think, kind of soft as well, even though the subjects are not really soft all the time. But I'm kind of interested in writing songs with like real drums and like kind of guitars, really more aggressive, but it's still the shy person singing, so that's interesting.
Yeah. And who do you relate to, or who do you like, the artists that are around at the moment? Who are the people that you really admire? Is it people like, I don't know, Florence and the Machine, is it?
Oh yeah, she's a fantastic performer and great singer. But I'm kind of into G-funk a lot. I love G-funk, like
Okay.
damn funk, really like heavy productions. YG as well, this rapper.
I don't know.
Really good album. Quite tough. Quite. I'm kind of obsessed with that kind of dripping, sensual but kind of tough groove. Kind of really earthy.
Yeah. So this is coming through on the next album, hopefully. That we're going to
Hopefully, yeah, fingers crossed. If the melancholy does not overcome everything again. But I don't think so.
Well,
Yeah,
melancholy and tough G-funk sounds good to me.
that could be a good match. Yeah. I'm up for more sweat, definitely.
And have you had holidays? You must have managed to crowbar a holiday in. Have you fitted a holiday in?
I had 7 days of holidays with my parents. I think 7 days is the most I can handle, because after 7 days I just want to write some songs and dance and do things. I kind of don't really like holidays.
Do you not?
Even if my body needs it and is asking me to have some, I kind of don't really like it.
What were your holidays like when you were a kid? Where did you go to?
Well, my parents and we are not really brave people. We kind of don't really travel really far, so we go
France?
Yeah,
Right. Italy, possibly?
near the sea. Oh, we went to Greece and Italy 2 times because my mom is a Latin teacher, so it's kind of interesting to go there. But we kind of mainly stick by the coast, the French coast, and just sleep a lot.
Do you get out there in the water? No, you don't. Do you play in the sea?
Oh, yeah, that can happen. Yeah, when there are waves, yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm just standing in still water with big eyes and don't know what to do.
This is what you did with this year with your parents?
Exactly. People were like, who is this clueless, really white girl in the water? It's Christine. She's just bored.
And as we go towards Christmas and the whole the autumn that's coming through, you're going to be on the road again, or
yes, I'm touring a bit more. I'm touring the US in October and a bit of the UK in November. I'm going to do 2 shows in Brixton, London.
Brixton Academy, which is a legendary place, a lovely venue.
Is it? Oh, okay. So I shall try to live up to the expectations.
It's quite dark and dirty. I think you can do some G-funk there. You'll be fine. And
maybe
you
I
can
can
be melancholic as well.
Okay, maybe I can preview some new material. Who knows? And then after that, Manchester, Glasgow, and then I will try to disappear in order to reappear at some point. Of course.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah. And Christmas, do you celebrate Christmas? Are you a big Christmas fan?
I am. I do. Why do I love Christmas so much? Because of the Christmas carols.
Oh, really?
It's mainly an excuse for me to sing out loud constantly.
Yeah. And what favourite Christmas carols? What are they? I can't believe we're doing Christmas
the French
interview
one,
already.
the French one. Petit Papa Noël, quand tu descendras du ciel. But I'm doing it in a really creepy thing sometimes. I like to do creepy.
Yeah, like Tim Burton, dark, David Lynch.
Yeah, with like a really intense stare, and people kind of
Just get freaked out.
Yeah,
I was going to invite.
slowly move away from me.
I was going to invite you in back to do a Christmas song for us, around that time, but maybe not now.
If you need a creepy Christmas, I'm up for it.
I was reading that The Elephant Man was one of the films that had a really profound effect on you.
Yes, I think I saw that movie a tad bit too early.
How old?
But 8 years old.
Oh my God.
I saw that and Freaks at 8, and I think it shaped a bit of my imagination. It was kind of a rough call for a kid, but then again, I was kind of immediately, I kind of immediately thought about who are the real monsters, because those two movies actually question the idea of being a monster. You basically, it's a question of perception, because the Elephant Man is a beautiful soul, So I think I really kind of knew that freaks were not always the ones, you think, does it mean anything when I'm saying? But yeah, I'm kind of,
we know what you mean.
It was kind of interesting for me to think about that. And when I decided or discovered that I was kind of a queer girl, for example, it was quite interesting for me to have thought about all that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The song that you're going to do next is a cover.
Yep.
And tell us why you've chosen this song today.
It's a fantastic song. Actually, it's one of my favorite songs because I think it's just stellar. It's Sign Your Name by Terence, Trent.
Yeah, I played this at the beginning of the week. Actually.
Fantastic piece of writing, and I just wanted to have an excuse to sing it.
Great. Okay. Well, I'm glad to give you that excuse. So we'll hear this then. Christine and the Queens, and this is Sign Your Name, as originally done by Terence, Trent D'Arby.
Fortunately, you have someone who relies on you. Started out as friends, but the thought of you just caves me in. The symptoms are so deep, it is much too late to turn away. We started out as friends. Sign your name across my heart. I want you to be my baby. Sign your name across my heart. I want you to be my lady. Time sure will bring disappointments in so many things. It seems to be the way when you're gambling cards on love you play. I'd rather be in hell with you, baby, than in cold heaven. It seems to be the way. Sign your name across my heart. I want you to be my baby. Sign your name across my heart. I want you to be my lady. Birds never look into the sun before the day is done. All the light shines brighter on a better day. Stranger blues leave us alone. We don't want to deal with you. Shadow stains showering in the room that makes the rain. Alone with you makes the butterflies in me arise. Slowly we make love, and the earth rotates to our dictates. Slowly we make love. Sign your name across my heart. I want you to be my baby. Sign your name across my heart. I want you to be my lady. Sign your name.
Oh, stunning, absolutely stunning. Sign Your Name. Terence, Trent, D'Arby did it originally, and that was Christine and the Queens doing it on this show for us. Thank you very much. Sorry, we haven't even mentioned your
Paul
keyboard player.
did the piano.
Paul, thank you very much indeed on the piano. That was wonderful, really great. You were just talking about sexuality. Do you think that things have changed significantly now? Do you think it's easier for people, whatever their sexuality is? Have you noticed that things have changed much?
It's kind of interesting, this one, because it's definitely more fashionable.
Yeah,
to talk about queer
and that's
people.
a concern?
Well, that's a good thing. Because you get to see more and more people expressing themselves, and that's really good. Because I think when you're a young kid, it's good to have like different models to identify with. But I'm a bit worried that it's fashionable because I think about David Bowie in the 70s, and it was kind of fashionable and scandalous at that point. And I don't think many things have changed in the real life. So for me, I would be probably happy when it will stop being fashionable and just be normal. And that would just not be a subject, to talk that much about. But it would just be like accepted.
Made me laugh. I read that you didn't even have to come out. Your dad bought you a book, and it was just it just wasn't an issue at all.
Yeah, I was lucky with my parents. My parents were kind of, really open, curious people, really. And I think my parents understood before I did that I was in love with a girl when I was 17, because I was, again, blushing. My body betrays me. And they actually helped me to get it out. So I'm lucky, but I know some people, were rejected by their parents because of that. So,
But then it is kind of important for you to talk about it, because there will be young people who are listening right now and who will feel comforted or feel brave because of what you're saying. And
hopefully, I mean, it's the most moving when sometimes people come up to me and say, thank you for that, because I do feel better now in my own skin. This is something you don't really realize when you do what you do.
Yeah.
And I think it's the most beautiful thing when it happens.
Proudest moment for you so far, the moment in your career that you've done a gig or a show or a TV program or something, and you've just gone, wow, that's a great thing. I'm so proud to be doing what I'm doing.
Oh my, lots of moving moments. I think I did the Olympia in Paris, which is this very ancient and quite of mythical venue to do. And I remember trying to grasp what was happening at that point. I was like, try to enjoy it because this is fantastic and unexpected, and maybe it will not happen again. Because I'm like that, I'm a bit of a pessimist.
A pessimist, right? Okay, fine.
And I was like, try to actually realize that you're doing the Olympia, because this is meaningful. And I remember my heart was beating really fast and really in all directions, in my belly, in my head, everywhere. And that was that was really moving.
Oh God! And I can imagine your parents must have been bursting with pride.
Oh, my parents, yeah, they freaked out. They cried the whole time, I think. Yeah.
Right, if you can make your parents cry, that's a good thing.
Right.
I mean, in that way.
In that way, yeah, true. Yeah.
Heloise, it's so nice to see you. Thank you very much indeed. And to your crew for coming in as well. And Paul, thank you so much indeed.
Thanks for
Great to see you.
inviting us.
And the album is called, you say it best because I want you to say it.
Chaleur humaine.
Okay, it's out there now. If you loved what you've heard tonight on the show, go out and get that. And you can see Christine and the Queens playing at Brixton Academy in November, 2nd and 3rd of November, and Manchester and Glasgow 4th and 7th. Take care.
Bye.